So Xbox showcase happened and the Xbox showcase 2025. I'm not gonna go over every announcement because the thing is that there was quite a few stuff in there that I just didn't give a shit about, but I'm just gonna cover stuff that piqued my interest. All right. As far as I'm gonna say this Outer Worlds 2. I honestly don't know why they keep on doing Outer Worlds, because to me it just seems like no one cares about Outer Worlds, or if they do, and there is not enough people to basically justify its existence personally. But anyway, the first one that I was interested in, Renaissance, I think that's how it's pronounced. A Plague Tale Legacy, the third one. We had a cinematic trailer, so obviously there was no gameplay footage. Comes out next year, Xbox, PS5, and PC. And sorry about that. I just want to say the one thing I liked about this showcase was it was games either coming out this year or it was games coming out next and or this year or next year. That was it. It wasn't more than that. But anyway, I'm gonna carry on. Um, the next one, The Blood of Dawnwalker. This one I like because also the studio that's doing it is ex CD Project Red people, and it's obviously you play as a vampire, and it did show some of the gameplay. While some of it did look rough, I will say that. But the fact is, it's a year out at the moment, so they're still trying to obviously polish it. So it's coming out next year, Xbox Series consoles, PC, and PS5 as well. But I really did like this one. And to be honest, we don't get enough vampire games personally. I mean, the last vampire game I could think of that was single player was that vampire game which had the letter Y in the spelling. That was the last one that I could think of as far as a single player vampire game. If there's another one, let me know in the comments. But oh, and Ninja Gaiden 4 finally had a release date, 21st of October. It's also going to be on. It's also going to be day one on Game Pass as well. I didn't know that Platinum Games was developing this, but actually makes it all the more better. And it's also called. It's also obviously the series consoles, also coming out on PS5 and PC as well. And the rumored Indiana Jones Great Circle DLC was finally revealed, and it's called in The Order of Giants. And it'll be coming out the 4th of September this year, coming out for the Xbox Series consoles and PS5 and PC. And next one is Beast of Reincarnation. This one really did pique my interest because the thing is, um, while it did feel like a Souls game in a way, there was just something about it that just felt so different from anything else that's out there, and I think that's what piqued my interest about it. And third person action game, where you got a dog as your companion, and you obviously take on and you fight monsters. But this one looks seriously good. I think this was the one on where there was a monster at the beginning, and it took one step, and it just like corroded like a bunch of stuff. This is at the beginning of the trailer, and and the funny thing is, it's being done by the people who do the Pokemon games. So it's really surprising of the fact that I would have never thought they would have been capable of doing a game like this. But this looked incredible. This did. Comes out next year. Comes out for the Xbox Series consoles and PS5 and PC. I can't remember if it's coming on Game Pass. I can't remember if it is. But anyway, the next one, this one I did like, Clockwork Revolution, um, and it gives me the vibe. This game gives me the vibe of Bioshock in a way, but I just don't. But obviously, you don't have the magical abilities of which you had in the Bioshock games. But the thing is, it did feel like that because it's obviously first person. The characters in there are absolutely funny, man. They're just hilarious. It says in due time, but I'm wondering. I'm like, please don't have this come out in 2027 or 2028. Why not just have this come out next year? I don't know why they didn't just say that. If this is more far out than we realize, then honestly, my personal opinion, Clockwork Revolution shouldn't have been on the showcase. If the whole point of the showcase was to show games that are coming out for this year or for next year. Um, what else? Oh, and the next one. Was this the one that was done by Blooper? I mean Blooper Team, because if it is, yeah, the next one, yeah, Kronos and the New Dawn. Yeah, this one looked seriously good. It gives you vibes of Dead Space, and I really like that. Third person survival horror in a sci-fi setting. It looks seriously good. This does. It seriously does give you the vibe of Dead Space. It's a Dead Space knockoff, but the thing is, I actually like that because let's be honest, we're not going to get an official Dead Space game at all, and I don't even think we're even going to get another Dead Space remake ever, because fucking EA are just too fucking stupid to fucking see the fucking potential money that they'll make. I mean, I'm sure that they made quite a bit of money from Dead Space One, but it doesn't matter because they're all about the sports games, aren't they? Anyway, comes out fall this year. Comes out for the Xbox Series consoles, PS5, and PC. Um, Again, I'm not going through every game. I'm only going talking about stuff that piqued my interest. So I'm just this one, Mundang and Two Hearts. This trailer, this trailer was brilliant. This reminded me of Splinter Cell and Metal Gear Solid rolled into one, and it's set in South Korea, where one you play as a soldier and another you play as a K-pop star, and it's all about stealth. And the thing with the game is, um, it said about the game will react to the way how you play. They did that in Phantom Pain, I remember, where if you replayed the level again, and then the thing is, the soldiers will wear a lot more armor depending on how you played last time, and I think that's how they're gonna do it with this. But this looked badass. This did, it really did. Comes out next year for the Xbox Series consoles, PS5 and PC. Um, Also, what else? What else was I looking forward to? Obviously, Gears of War Reloaded. They obviously showed a gameplay trailer, but it was a short one, and it was just telling you about the visual updates and the touch ups. Obviously, coming out the 26th of August this year. Obviously, the Xbox Series consoles, PS5 and PC. Um, I wouldn't say this is a remake of the original Gears of War. I would say it's more of a remaster, to be honest. More of a remaster. Um, oh, and this one, even you know about the anime show, Amazon Prime's anime show, Invincible. This came out of the blue. Invincible versus fighting game, and it looks to be like um, a tag fighting game, like 3 on 3 or 4 on 4. But this did look seriously good though. As soon as started showing the gameplay, I was like, yeah, this looks like a combo heavy game, and I'm down for this. Comes out next year on the Xbox Series consoles, PS5 and PC, and 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 to my surprise, all right, so remake Final Fantasy VII remake integrate is coming out for Xbox this winter. But the thing is, the real shock was Final Fantasy 16 came out on the same day as the showcase on Xbox, which surprised me. And there'll be the version that'll be bundled with the expansions. So that one surprised me of the fact that they shadow dropped Final Fantasy 16 for Xbox. Um, what else? Oh, and um, and then Phil Spencer says that there'll be a new obviously the new Fable will be coming out next year. There'll be a new Forza, depending if that's a brand new mainline Forza game or if it's Forza Horizon 6, but he never said. Gears of War E-Day is coming out next year as well, but it says here he teased. It says here he said the return of a classic that has been with us since the beginning, most likely Halo. It could be a remake of Halo 1 or something, who the hell knows, or it could be a remake of Halo 2, who the hell knows. But the final reveal, in hindsight, was, I honestly thought, was anticlimactic and dumb, because it ended up being in the form of Call of Duty Black Ops 7, and and supposed to be coming out this year. There was no release date on the trailer, and which made no sense, because if it's coming out this year, then why not say 2025? Because it's meant to be coming out this year for um, the Xbox Series consoles, Xbox One, PS5, PS4, and PC. So it felt really strange of the fact that, first of all, you closed it with this announcement, and second of all, you didn't put a release window on the trailer at the end of the trailer. That made no sense, honestly, personally, to me. All in all, I will say this: the showcase, all in all, was a pretty good one. I will say that, because I will say, for the most part, lately Sony has been doing pretty bad on their state of plays. Now, the recent state of play was a really good one, but that was down to the heavy lifting of the third party games, and it's no surprise that there was barely any. So it was no surprise that there was no first party games on there, because the only first party games that they got coming out this year is Death Stranding 2, which is going to be shown at Summer Games Fest anyway, and then Ghost of Yota is going to have its own state of play in July. So what else did they have? What else did they have as far as exclusive for this year? They pretty much don't. So I would say, for the most part, I would say the Xbox showcase was better than I expected. I didn't expect it to be this good. To be honestly, actually, truthfully, I would have preferred if they had the final trailer, yeah, instead of being Black Ops 7. Instead, they had Fable, honestly, because really, let's be honest, does Call of Duty really need to be on Xbox Showcase? Honestly, they could just shadow drop a trailer whenever they want to, and Call of Duty is that big. You don't need to attach it to any show. Let's be honest. So honestly, that made no sense. But I will say, out of a 10, I'll give this between a 6 and a 7 out of 10. I will say that it was a pretty good one for the most part. So I was really surprised, and the thing I liked about the most was, as I said, um, it was mainly about games coming out either this year or next year, and that's what I liked about it. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you could follow me on X, Rumble, and I'm on Patreon and Coffee as well. And let me know in the comments on what you thought about the Xbox Showcase 2025. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.